Hello, my name is Nathania McKenna. I'm in grade 9 and I love doing art because art is a place where I can express myself. As you can see, this is an artist. Her name was Marilyn Monroe, an artist from the 19th who acted in many movies, and I love her because she is my role model and I would like to be a Hollywood star just like her. She has inspired me in many ways, and maybe in the coming future, I might be an artist or a movie actress. When we talk about competency-based curriculum, it is not just a curriculum you learn, you do homework. It is a curriculum that nurtures every learner's talents, skills, and competency. With my teacher, she helped me hone and nurture my talent for painting. She helped me give me the motivation, and I put on the work to paint this beautiful painting, masterpiece of Marilyn Monroe, my favorite artist.
Right here I have an artwork. The topic is the greedy pastor. This pastor preaches about God's word, everything that Christians want to hear. But then inside is a wolf in a sheep's clothing. Here I have another artwork. It is about instruments, music. Personally, I'm a fan of music. Whatever I do, music must be there. Whether it be exercising, revising, whatever it is, passing time, music must be there. I love music. The techniques that I've used in these artworks, this one is smudging and also this one is smudging. In this school I've learned so many things about art. If it was not about this school, I don't think I would have drawn such art. For this school, they have taught me so much about art, sketching like this. They have taught me painting. They have taught me so many techniques. And I can say one of the people who have inspired me a lot is Leonardo da Vinci. His artworks, the work that he does, really inspires me. And I also want to say thanks to my art teachers. I would have not drawn such a thing without them. It's because of them that they have taught me this. And because of how far I've grown and with such artworks, I believe the skills that they have taught me can help me get a university where they can continue teaching me about art and many more other things.
I love mosaic because it's lively and colorful. I started learning mosaic in grade 5, and with time
Tafadhali tuingie ndani, tafadhali tuingie ndani. Please let's save time. Eric, tafadhali rudi huko nyuma, mwambie watu watoke tafadhali. Tafadhali watu watoke jikoni. Sasa tunaanza, tafadhali. Lote leta watu ndani bwana. Please, we have no time tafadhali. Lote ingiza watu. Please, yes. You can. We'll start in the next 2 minutes, in the next 1 minute. Bwana Githinji karibia, Bwana Githinji karibia. So two announcements. Exhibitions are only open during the breaks. Please, those of you who are going out during presentations, exhibitions are only during the breaks. Pretty Janet is our sign language architect. Huyo msichana wetu mdogo Gen Z ni wa sign language expert. Now I welcome Bwana Joseph Githinji. Karibu.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ogle, our CEO, our chairman, NEC, our CEO, Chairman KICD and our former CEO, all our guests, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished visitors, welcome and good morning. Good morning. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to present some insights from the 2025 National Assessments under the competency-based education. So we gather at a time when assessment is no longer just about scores, but about shaping the future of our learners and the nation. In that spirit, I'm privileged to share some insights drawn from the 2025 assessments reports, what data reveals about our learner competencies, about our system strengths, and areas calling for intentional action. Now, looking at the structure under the CBE, our assessments start from grade 3. We don't offer assessments in grade 1 and 2, that is for the lower primary, but we start our formal assessments at grade 3 to capture what learners have done up to that lower level. Then we have assessments in grade 4 and 5. Those are the school-based assessments. And at the end of primary, that is grade 6, we have an assessment called Kenya Primary School Education Assessment. Then from grade 7 and 8, we have assessments under school-based assessments. And at grade 9, we have the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment. Of course, we also have assessments in grade 10 and 11 under school-based assessments. And we have the Kenya Certificate of Basic Education at grade 12. Now, looking at Kenya Early Years Assessments, I would ask the team there to project very fast so that we can move fast. We have the cohort that did the assessment in 2025. I would like to just bring to your attention that this is the 7th cohort that did the Kenya Early Years Assessment, because this was first done in the year 2019. And looking at the demographics of what we find in 2025, please project the data for 2025 Kenya. We had 36,591 schools, and out of that, 65.81% were public, 34.19% were private. And looking at the enrollment, we had 1,386,097 learners, out of which 50.9% were boys and 49.1% were girls. Looking at the age distribution, again, the underage were 5.43%, age appropriate 69.97%, and overage 24.59%. What is this telling us? That we had a higher proportion of learners performing at meeting expectation in tasks that required cognitive and psychomotor skills. We had near gender parity across all learning areas with similar performance strengths, and age-appropriate learners outperformed other age categories across all tasks. It's important to mention that overage learners were mainly notable at Garissa, Mandera, Turkana, Wajir, and Tana River. These are basically ASAL areas constituting 50% of overage learners. I've taken longer there so that we can understand the context of my discussion. And the takeaway from that Kenya Early Years assessment is that there should be sustained national commitments to school-based assessments. Demonstration of solid foundational literacy and numeracy was coming out from this. And there was early identification of learning gaps. And we were able to see what are the early instructional interventions that need to be undertaken. Looking at the primary level, that is the upper primary, grade 4, 5, and 6, I would like to just address briefly what was happening in grade 4 and grade 5. This is where we were having the school-based assessments at the primary level, the upper primary level. And looking at the data, I don't want to delve into the figures, but I just want to mention that we had 1.4 million learners at grade 4 and 1.335 million learners at grade 5. Boys were slightly more than girls at 51%, and this means that basically we had a little higher percentage of boys at that level. Looking at the registration of schools, it is just similar to what I had mentioned before. We had more public schools than private schools, and that is how the situation is in our country. The age distribution, again, I would like to mention that we had 66.91% age-appropriate learners at grade 4. When we talk about age-appropriate, these are learners who are 9 years to 10 years. Remember, learners start at grade 1 at 6 years. And then at grade 5, the age-appropriate was 63.77%. I would like you to start taking the trend here. The number of age-appropriate learners are decreasing as you're moving from grade 3 and as you're moving to the higher levels. So what is coming out here is learners demonstrated strong performance in practical, oral, and project-based tasks across most of the learning areas. There were persistent gaps being observed in the theoretical, abstract, and literary heavy strands, notably the areas of grammar, reading comprehension, mathematics, and selected social studies. And from this analysis, it was notable that age-appropriate learners were outperforming both underage and overage peers across nearly all learning areas. And we look at this, the girls were lesser